Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take the ball! Very good evening to you all then, and welcome along to the Premier League coverage of West Ham United versus Leicester City, taking place at the London Stadium tonight. Thursday night football from the Premier League, and we have got a cracker for you tonight. Can Leicester City pull away from the drop zone and start their revival, or will West Ham pound more misery onto the Foxes this evening? In the reverse fixture, Leicester City won 3-1 in Ruud van Nistelrooy's first game in charge. But let's have a look at the two managers' lineups tonight, starting with Graham Potter's West Ham United. We will line up as followed: Alphonse Areola in goal, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Todibo, Kilman, Creswell across the back, Scholes and Souček with Ward-Prowse in midfield. Alvarez, Bowen and Kudos lead the line for the Hammers tonight. On the bench, Lucas Fabianski, Colosar, Constantine Mavropanos, Gus Romero, Danny Ings, Bruno Rodriguez, Emerson, Evan Ferguson and youngster Andy Irvine. West Ham playing with a back five tonight. Scholes at left back, Kilman in the centre of the back three with Todibo and Creswell. Wan-Bissaka is the right wing back tonight, 5-3-2 for the Hammers. For Leicester City and Ruud van Nistelrooy, Mads Hermansen starts between the sticks tonight. James Justin, while face Jan Vestergaard and Victor Christensen across the back. Midfield two of Facundo Buonanotte and Wilfred Ndidi, with Bilal El Khanous, Boubacar Soumaré and Bobby Di Cordova-Reid behind the lone man of Jamie Vardy. Soumaré and Buonanotte have swapped places. One we just added down there. Buonanotte on the right wing, Soumaré in the defensive midfield, El Khanous in the 10. On the bench for the Foxes tonight, the sub-goalkeeper Jakub Solak, Conor Cody, Caleb Akolai, Aaron Wings, Stefan Mavididi, Jordan Ayew, Patson Daka, Oliver Skipp and Luke Thomas. Tonight's referee is Anthony Taylor, Williamshaw Greater Manchester. What if he will have a decent game today. VAR, his operation as well as Soccer Paul, that's Michael Salisbury. Simon Long's also alongside him. The assistants on the field is the London Stadium with Anthony Taylor, Constantine Atadakis and Mark Perry, with Rob Jones, the fourth official duty this afternoon. Graham Potter, formerly of Brighton and Chelsea, in charge against Ruud van Nistelrooy, Leicester City boss, the former Manchester United striker and interim boss at Old Trafford once Erik ten Hag was sacked there. Be interesting to see whether he can maximise his size to a victory tonight, or whether he will have not a lot to do. Or whether he said we'll have not a lot to do by just picking the ball out of the back of the net and West Ham being the comfortable side in the end. Tomorrow we'll begin our fifth round coverage of the FA Cup. I'll tell you all about that a little bit later on. We saw with Aston Villa against Cardiff with our brilliant commentator JB back behind the mic. West Ham against Leicester's Valley on the way with the Foxes kicking off, attacking the goal away to my left hand side in their change strip of black and pink shirts, black shorts, black socks. West Ham in their traditional carton blue run away at the London Stadium. Solar as Emerson clears the ball long down for looking for the Wilfred. Indeed, he goes out of play and nearly throwing there. Goes the way of the visitors, Leicester City. 17 seconds gone and an early start by the Foxes, which James Justin, one of the three changes in this West Ham side today, puts in a decent cross towards the back post and he's just cleared away. Let me tell you the changes then, shall we? West Ham unchanged from their win of the weekend. Leicester made 3 changes from their defeat, which sees Justin Vestergaard and Buonanotte in for Koulibaly, who's not involved in the matchday squad, and Kola and Ayew dropped down to the bench. There's no report of an injury for Koulibaly, so unsure why he's not involved this evening. Buonanotte will take this early corner for the Hammers for the Foxes inside the opening minutes against the Hammers. And will West Ham be able to give the Foxes an hammer blow? As a corner comes in towards the back post, Vestergaard's challenging the back post there. Comes out to Victor Christensen, who tries to go past his man, which is James Ward-Prowse. Christensen's there again. Penalty area. He wins a throw-in off of the number 16 there. Off number 19 there, should I say. Edson Alvarez. Victor Christensen will look to take this throw-in then. Level with the penalty area on the left-hand side. Throw it to number 11 there, El Canous, and then gets across and just headed away. And as far as Wilfred, indeed, he lines up a strike and a first save there inside the opening 2 minutes for Alphonse Areola from the strike from the edge of the penalty area. By Wilfred, indeed, a tame one in the end and a comfortable stop from the West Ham shot stopper there. West Ham will try and build up from the back. He's Aaron Creswell. Ollie Scars in our left back tonight. He's done really well as Ollie Scars in the matches he's played for the Hammers this season. He's one of their most consistent performers. As we see Todibo and Kilman play to Creswell across the back, and then a long ball forward from Mohamed Kudus, who brings it down under the pressure of James Justin, turns away from in. Finds Edson Alvarez, and back in towards Kudus, and Kudus takes away from Wilfred, indeed, and does well. Scars back to Alvarez. What can the Hammers do now? As here comes Kudus down that left hand side. Creswell joining up from the back. Down the line for Kudus in towards the penalty area. Cleared away by Wilfred, indeed, on the right hand side of the penalty area as the cross came in from Creswell down that left hand channel. Kudus has got the ball back for the Hammers and drops it back to Ward-Prowse. Back into Scars down the line for Bowen. Into Soychek. Alvarez has it, but loses out to Buonanotte, the former Brighton man. And off of Buonanotte was Scars' ball forward, and he's out of play. We're nearly throwing to West Ham. 3 minutes gone here, still goalless. Ward-Prowse pushed the ball across to Wan-Bissaka from that throw in. It was taken fairly quickly there. Here's Todibo, drops it across to Max Kilman. Down the line to Scars on that left hand channel. Back to Aaron Creswell, who moves in field towards the centre circle and finds Ward-Prowse, who plays a wonderful ball to this near side of the right and finds Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who cuts in field. Brilliant play from Wan-Bissaka. Down the line to Mohamed Kudus on this right hand side. Kudus moves across to this right from the left. And he drops it back here to Todibo. And Todibo drops it inside to Kilman inside the centre circle and across to Creswell on their left hand side. Here's Scars, who's got to play to Alvarez and to keep West Ham in possession. He would have lost if he tried to go on the run down that left hand side with James Justin breathing down his neck. Here's Kilman, good butted play there from Kilman as he looks to come forward. Kilman has it on halfway again into Todibo, just over the halfway line on the right hand side into the centre circle, midway inside the Hammers half. Alvarez drops it back to Creswell now inside the Leicester half, and the lovely switcher play towards Wan-Bissaka, who's in behind Christensen there, who gets a foot in and clear too early as far as Todibo, and West Ham will come again. Here's Wan-Bissaka down this right hand side against Christensen, and will push the ball out of play for a throw-in to the Hammers. Can the Hammers give it Foxes an hammer blow, or will the Foxes bite back and make sure the Hammers can't move any further away from them and the other teams in the relegation zone? As Scars delivers across in towards Soychek, Christensen just manages to get a good header on it and heads it back to Manson there, with Soychek breathing down his neck right behind him as our ball came into the penalty area from the left hand side. Manson all in green tonight. Puts the ball down and look to try and play it forward with his right foot. He does now. Ball towards the far side, but not challenging to try and win the head up against Soichev, but he loses out that time. And then he's hooked into the air by Wild Face. And Vardy can't get there. But Kilman has it for Tadibo for the Hammers, and they're back in possession. West Ham United 0, Leicester City 0, coming up to 6 minutes played in the Premier League tonight. We're spinning guiding you through the action as you can keep along with us on this Premier League Thursday evening. Back from Soichek there. In fact, it was Bowen back to Tadibo there rather than Soichek. It looked like it was Soichek from the position he came at. Soichek sometimes comes out to this right hand side. Down the line it's Ollie Scars on the left hand side into Alvarez. Now back to Creswell and halfway. Just over halfway now is Aaron Creswell into the centre circle for James Ward-Prowse. Going into the middle of the park for Bowen, who turns away from a few men who was in the crowd of bodies there was Jared Bowen, but just well to keep hold of possession for the Hammers. Ward-Prowse into Kilman and across now to that far side, and Creswell. He plays a wonderful ball down the line for Mohamed Kudus. Out to Ollie Scars. Back to Creswell. He will look to get the ball in way from there. No, it's too far out to get a cross in. So he keeps hold of possession as Creswell. It's really well, just the Hammers' third centre back today. He's only a left back by trade, but has been playing more of a left-sided player in of the defence in recent weeks. Here's Creswell again down the line for Scars. Scars delivers a cross. It was a penalty, but is blocked off by Justin and out of play for a throw into the Hammers, who take it quickly, and Creswell has possession. Down the line again for Scars, and West Ham will look to try and build something here. There's Ward-Prowse, who has done a remarkable job at the Hammers. Went out on loan to Nottingham Forest before being recalled by Graham Potter during the January transfer window. Here's Kudus. Back to Creswell. Socha comes short, but Creswell takes the pass, but not in, drops it down level towards Kudus, but too much on that. Was out of play for a throw-in, which will be taken by James Justin in the right back position. There's Ruben Nistelrooy, got a win on his first game in charge of of Leicester against the Hammers. But then since then, no real wins up until they played Tottenham away and won in that game against Spurs. But then, since then, back to the losing streak of the Foxes. And this is what you would expect in terms of possession, with Leicester living 13% inside the last 5 minutes, and West Ham having 87% of possession. As Bowen tries to flick it around the corner for Wan-Bissaka, those two weren't on the same wavelength there as the two tried to get forward. Keep you bang up to date with the League 2 game between Barrow and Carlisle tonight, which is also taking place as we speak right now. It's West Ham 0, Leicester City 0, West Ham win a throw which Bowen will take to Soichek, back to Bowen again, and Bowen gets it again, and he's had a play off of Christensen for a throw-in. We must go off Soichek last because Leicester have got a throw-in there. It remains 0-0 between the Hammers and the Foxes. We'll have Nistelrooy barking out some instructions. Carlisle is in League 2 tonight. He's still goalless there. They've played a minute more than us. 10 minutes scored in that match. 0-0 there, I understand. We'll keep up to date with that one is Kilman. He does well, just Max Kilman, and he gets across there to Scars. And it's down line for Kudus. Good bit of play for Mohamed Kudus, and he does really, really well. Here's Tadibo. Wan-Bissaka, the former Manchester United man, also played at Crystal Palace, did Aaron Wan-Bissaka. As Vardy's nipped in, and of Max Kilman, and Kilman just gets away with one there. As Vardy almost nipped in behind him. West Ham 0, Leicester City 0 as Tadibo switches the play. We can't pick out his teammates. Leicester won the ball back as Christensen almost did a poor pass there. The pass through the Colin Hospital passes. El Khanous closes down to Tadibo, and he continues his run will let Ariel have possession and find Kilman, who now finds Creswell, and West Ham will look to build forward. Scores again back to Creswell, and West Ham just skipping possession in the back at the moment, trying to force over these Leicester. Really good possession in without the ball, making sure there's no spaces to exploit for the Hammers, making the Hammers work and create those spaces that they need. And you can see why I've said that, because the ball from Creswell is too much on that. Can't pick out the run of Ollie Scores down there, and he remains 0-0. And Leicester winning for 11 minutes gone. There was also the game in Serie A tonight. Bologna 0, AC Milan 0 after 26 minutes there in Italian Serie A. We'll keep you updated with that one as at half time and at full time with that scoreline there. Once we see that's half time and full time, we'll bring you that result from Italian Serie A tonight as well. Here comes James Justin down the line, trying to pick out the run of Jamie Vardy. There's the Foxes fans who have travelled in numbers to the London Stadium, trying to get behind their team, hoping to see a victory tonight, which have not done much of this season. West Ham have possession. Badlers Buonanotte was dispossessed of the ball by Tadibo. Back with Ariola now with Kilman. Across into Creswell. And Creswell will find Stars up against Buonanotte, and he delivers the ball over the top, looking for the win of Jared Bowen, who's in behind here, up against Yelly Vestergaard. Bowen goes down holding his head. The referee says nothing in that. Bowen still down on his knees, but he's now back up as Ralph Fish charges up towards the halfway line for Leicester City. It's Victor Christensen on this near side of the left, and he's back now without Fish inside his own half. The centre circle there in Wilfred Ndidi to Boubacar Samare. Now back to Victor Christensen. And he's going back as Samare. Good play this is Christensen again. Good play from Leicester, just keeping possession, making sure West Ham do all the running when they've got the ball, and so they're not having to lose as much energy as they would have liked. It's West Ham 0, Leicester 0 in the Premier League tonight. Here is El Canu. Back to De Cordova-Reid. And Wan-Bissaka's forced De Cordova-Reid back, and he's still going back towards his own goal. He's having to knock it back to Yannick Vestergaard, who puts a foot on it and turns and drags his right foot over the ball and goes to his left foot and then plays it forward towards El Canu, so he's fouled by Max Kilman, and the Foxes want a booking for Kilman, but only a free kick is what's going to be given, and Kilman now just ties his shoes up there, his boots up there, as he just gets caught. But El Canu's just a little bit late there. Just a free kick in my opinion, nothing more. Venezuela, one of his coach-staffing discussions, there's his Victor Christensen in possession. Drops it back to Vestergaard. Here is El Canus inside to Samare. And back now to Valface inside the centre circle, inside the Leicester City half of the field. Then Vestergaard will come towards halfway. And one plays in to make a run. Finds Victor Christensen and dropped it back to Vestergaard again. And all the way back here now is Manson. Indeed, out to James Justin. Now landed Buonanotte, who turns away from his man. Scores, and he's just been penalised there for pulling down all his scores there, but a good bit of play in the end. And it remains 0-0 between the Hammers and the Foxes, coming up towards 15 minutes on the clock. West Ham 0, Leicester City 0 as is, and Wan-Bissaka in possession on this right hand side. Here's Tadibo now, midway inside the Leicester half into the centre circle for Kilman. Switch of the play towards Stars, who brings it down well and then finds Creswell all in one movement. Walk across the centre circle back to Kilman again. Creswell and halfway. However, halfway into Edson Alvarez. Alvarez just centre circle, plays across to Tadibo on this right hand side, just a couple of yards in from the touchline. On the right hand side, and George's spot, which is unmarked. Creswell back towards Tadibo. He's done well there, Tadibo gets to the bar line, but he goes behind for a goal kick. Tadibo wanted the corner there, but the last touch came off the West Ham defender. You can see brilliant bit of play between the two, and there is Tadibo gets the final touch. He thought Vestergaard touched it. This hand couldn't tell us a bit more. This Vestergaard touch, this brilliant play from Tadibo, and he goes out of play. No touch left from Vestergaard. He went to touch it, but didn't make contact with the ball, and that is the correct call in the end for the referee to make. Goalkeeper from Manson is taken long, looking for the Foxes. Wilfred Ndidi goes back by James Justin to Ralph Fates and all the way back to Madsen Manson. Manson takes a few touches and then finds Justin. James Justin leaves the ball over the top looking for the run of Jamie Vardy, who's got Kilman for support, and Vardy's nipped it off him. Vardy's in towards the penalty area, goes back towards Deco over Reed, and good piece of recovery play from Aaron Creswell. Does really well there to clear the ball away. And as James Ward-Prowse charged forward in towards Bowen. Now Creswell. And now Wan-Bissaka, Wan-Bissaka coming forward. We'll play from Aaron Creswell. Find Wan-Bissaka, now Bowen again. Back to Wan-Bissaka. Soychek. Ward-Prowse across now to Creswell on that left-hand side. After initially come across to this right. Scars gives the ball away to Buonanotte, and he's charging down the right-hand side. He's got nobody in support, as all the Foxes players got back to do the defending. And just as the two Foxes players come forward in Vardy and Deco Reed, he lost possession there, did Facundo Buonanotte, and it remains 0-0 between the Hammers and the Foxes, coming towards 18 minutes on the clock. Very good afternoon to you all. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening to this Premier League match. In the FA Youth Cup, under 18s in action for both of these sides. West Brom 0, Man City 4 is the scoreline. 58 minutes gone in that game at the Hawthorns this evening. We'll let you know the full-time score in that game as well. And just as I say, it was 4-0. Man City have made it 5 against West Brom at the Hawthorns. West Brom 0, Man City 5 in the FA Youth Cup as Aaron Wan-Bissaka charges forward down this right hand side. There was a crossing towards the penalty area, just cleared away brilliantly by Samari. Now Deco Reed to El Canoes. Deco Reed again. And Manon Shousley, Leicester fans. And he hears them and finds Valface, who finds Ndidi, who turns and looks up. Has to go back into the path there of the defender Yannick Vestergaard. El Canoes has him once more. Back into Vestergaard. And Leicester will come forward with possession. Here's Victor Christensen. Down the line he goes brilliantly into the path of El Canoes. Brilliant run from El Canoes, but then just miscontrol the ball in the end. And I can tell you it's now 5-0 to Man City under 18s against West Brom in the FA Youth Cup at the Hawthorns. You see the run again from El Canoes. Just an heavy touch from the Algerian there, El Canoes. And it remains 0-0 in the Premier League. Leicester trying to find an opening, and it's going good so far. The Foxes keeping West Ham relatively quiet in terms of goal-mouth chances. That could change now as Bowen's in behind. Jared Bowen in towards the penalty. Victor Christensen is well there to hold him up. Initially back to Bowen again though. On to Soychek. No ball in. Clear towards as Alves was trying to come in. But Inotti helps it clear on as far as Creswell. His ball back in towards the penalty. Kroos is saved. Soychek's there. He puts the ball into the back of the net. And West Ham take the lead through Thomas Soychek. No flag for offside. The Leicester fans wanting offside there. So too the players. Did well thrown out for 20 minutes 21 minutes or so, but Thomas Souček with the goal to give West Ham United the lead on 20 minutes. 21st minute of the game is West Ham 1, Leicester 0. Brilliant bit of play. Bowen onside there. You can see that it's clearly onside here. As he gets in towards the penalty area here, he loses it. He gets the ball back. Souček then gets it here. He pulls the ball back to make Kudos. As this shot comes back in, as Buonanotte clears it away, Creswell puts it back in. No one's offside there. Kudos gets a touch there, and then he comes back to Souček who puts it in. And for me, that goal's going to be given. We'll have to wait to see if VAR gets involved, but for me, that's going to be a goal. It's going to be 1-0 to the Hammers. Knowing whether VAR is getting involved in this one as of yet. So the goal will stand at this moment in time. We'll let you know if VAR do get involved, but I can't see any reason for VAR to get involved. Kudos was in a onside position as that shot came in, as was Souček. And he lifted it over the goalkeeper. Now the goalkeeper's foot and into the back of the net. And West Ham lead by a goal to 0. And there's no reason in my mind why that goal should be disallowed, and it's not. Correct call, 1-0 to West Ham United. Brilliant goal there. As I can tell you, it's a very big happy birthday from everyone in the commentary hub for their goal scorer there in Thomas Souček, whose birthday it is this afternoon. Or this evening, or this morning, depending where you are in the world. Big happy birthday to Thomas Souček from everyone here at the commentary hub. Today's. I think we have got a goal in the League 2 game. We'll tell you about that in a moment. Stick over really going forward for Leicester. Cleared away well by Max Kilman across there, helping out to Debo. There's a ball. It's played back forward by Victor Christensen towards Jamie Vardy. Debo does well to tidy up there to find Alphonse Areola, and West Ham come away with possession. I can tell you there has been a goal, and Carlisle do lead by a goal to 0 against Barrow. Is Dennis with the goal on 19 minutes. Barrow 0, Carlisle United 1 in League 2 this evening. We'll keep you updated when he goes as they go in that match tonight, as well as giving you half time and full time score. They kicked off at the exact same time as us at the London Stadium. Here's Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Down the line it goes into Kudos, and Kudos has possession now, and he's back. It goes to Debo. Debo does well to hold up possession. Now Wan-Bissaka into Ward-Prowse, and now Souček, and now Kilman. Now Scholes does well. And he gets it back, just all his Scholes. Does well there too. Ward-Prowse, Creswell, Kilman. Every outfield player for West Ham United and Leicester inside the Foxes half of the field at this moment in time. And Kudos moves away from two men. Comes out to Bowen. Out wide to Scholes, who delivers a cross in towards the penalty. It takes a deflection. It goes behind, and it will be a corner kick for the Hammers as they lead by a goal to 0. I did mention earlier on that in the return fixture there was that Leicester won the game against West Ham. They did take another lead in that game as well, did Leicester. But that will not be the case this time around. West Ham, it took 20 minutes for them to score this time around. The ball comes in, cleared away by a man to the edge of the penalty on the right hand side. And Wan-Bissaka delivers the ball back into the danger area. Off the of Kilman. Kudos is there. Just keeps the ball in play. Does he? No. And he goes out of play for a goal kick. But Leicester City causing a few problems once again. And Leicester City really have work to do here, in my personal opinion. So there's not been a goal So yet again on the channel, I can't remember the last time I had one, but it's not a goalless draw tonight. No goalless draw again, as Van Nistelrooy discusses a few things with his backroom staff. Two of those backroom staff earlier on this week left the Foxes, but it remains to be seen whether they were the problem to Leicester's downfall all along, as Vardy can't win the header there up against Kilman. Creswell has possession now and back into Max Kilman inside his own penalty area, and West Ham will build out from the back. Edson Alvarez drops deep in front towards his own goal. Was facing his own goal when he collected that ball. Tadibo just looks up and finds Stoichek, who gets the ball forward, looking for Bowen, giving the ball away. Samares there does really, really well to find El Canoes. And brilliant ball across from El Canoes to find James Justin. Inside to Facundo Buonanotte, and he's been brought back here for a foul, is it? But which way is the referee giving it? Got it all the way back to the far side, and it will be a free kick to Leicester City. Foul on El Canoes has been given. In fact, offside has been given. But Leicester try to play an advantage, not much advantage, so he's brought it back for the offside. Richardson takes the free kick, which was a penalty area, flicked on in there by Ndidi. And West Ham managed to clear out for a throw-in. 27 minutes gone ill. West Ham 1 and Leicester City 0. There's some of the Foxes fans in fine voice, but not as loud as the Hammers fans. They'll be hoping the Foxes show a bit of spirit and guile and determination to get something out of this game, as we look at this goal again for Stoichek. He's onside there. Kudos is onside as well. And West Ham United really took advantage of poor lacklustre left defence there for the opening goal. And the birthday boy celebrates in fine style as well, punching the air with delight. Ward-Prowse has possession. He drops it to Alvarez, back to Ward-Prowse again. Now Alvarez once more. Scholes. Back to Alvarez. And across now to Tadibo. Tadibo looks forward to Bowen, who goes down on the challenge of Christensen in the free kick to the Hammers. For a foul there. I can tell you there's been a goal between Bologna and AC Milan, and AC Milan take a lead. Rafael Leao on 43 minutes, the difference there in Italian Serie A tonight. West Ham 1, Leicester City 0, 29 minutes gone here in this game. It remains to be seen whether Leicester can get back into it at the moment, because they're not really showing anything to suggest that they can. And I'm wondering whether this will be the end of Van Nistelrooy if they lose again tonight. Only 2 wins in charge of the Foxes since replacing Steve Cooper. And James Justin comes forward. There doesn't seem to be an identity of or a style of play from Van Nistelrooy for Leicester City. It remains to be seen whether he can change that, or if he's given time to try and change that. But so far in the games he has played, there's not really been a clear identity, or a clear way of playing, in my personal opinion anyway. Some may disagree with that, some may see a style of play, but for me, Leicester just look like a team of individuals rather than a collective. And I think that's part of the problem, and why they'll be going down to the Championship, in my personal opinion. Here is the Cordova Reed Samare does well to find El Canoes on halfway. By now with Yannick Vestergaard into the centre circle he goes. From that left hand side he comes towards more central. Now Val Face and across now to Victor Christensen. Comes up over halfway centrally into the centre circle and Samare there. How wide it goes into the path of Justin when a Notti drops it back to halfway for Val Face, and every time Leicester come forward they just don't really have any ideas, they don't lack impetus in the final third or lack of creativity in the front line. I don't really know what their style of football is, and I can't really describe the way Leicester are playing as Scholes does well with Kudos to come away with possession for West Ham down the left hand side. Kudos now in line with the penalty area. Back he goes to Creswell, 3 yards away from the penalty area and a couple of yards in from the touchline. Scholes comes a bit central in, comes forward, trying to find Kudos. Indeed, he's there to nip in and win the ball back. Justin clears it up towards Vardy, who heads it down, but only as far as Souček, and Leicester City concede possession once more. West Ham 1, Leicester City 0 is the half-time, coming up towards half-time scoreline. There's 2 minutes on the clock. Bologna against AC Milan. AC Milan still lead by a goal to in Italian Serie A for those interested in Italian football. As this ball is out of play for a throw into West Ham from Manson, who cleared the ball away brilliantly but only put it into touch. FA Cup action for the 5th round stage starts tomorrow here on the Commentary Hub. Focus on football on Storm FM with JB in action, bringing you Aston Villa against Cardiff City. 8 o'clock kick-off for that one. Here's Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Unfortunately, due to other reasons, technical reasons beyond our control with some of our other reporters, will be unable to bring you the coverage from Saturday's matches in the FA Cup. We'll be back with a double header on Sunday in the FA Cup. We'll have Newcastle United against Brighton before Manchester United against Fulham on the channel. So make sure you tune in for that, as West Ham just have possession just outside their own penalty area. Not really missing much. Let me tell you what's coming up on the channel. As the ball is played forward, headers away is the Cordova Reed to find Ndidi, and Ndidi drops it back to Val Fass, and Fass drops it into the path there of James Justin. Plays again, and now Samare loses out, and he's Bowen centrally running at the heart of the Leicester defence. Feeds in Kudos on the right hand side, slips to the back to him, but still manages to somehow keep hold of possession. Twisting one way then the other back to Wan-Bissaka, who now joins up the attack. Wan-Bissaka lays it in field for Souček towards Bowen, cleared away by Christensen, El Canoes, and indeed between them. El Canoes gives the ball away, only as far as Tadibo. And now Wan-Bissaka into Kudos. Bowen will be looking for a super smashing great piece of play from him. Souček with the ball across. Phases there. Indeed there too. Vestergaard for Christensen, who takes a touch. Clears the ball away. Left footed down this left channel. Wan-Bissaka wins the header, but it's only as far as Buonanotte, who's then taken out by Wan-Bissaka. Leicester coming away with possession. With James Justin with an handball there, and Buonanotte remains down following the challenge from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Gets the ball and then leaves his knee foot up there and catches him in the chest with his knee. I don't know why this is not a free kick for Leicester City there, because that's I know he's won the ball, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but he's left his foot in there and left his knee up there and caught him right in the middle of the chest. So for me, that is a yellow card offence and should have been a free kick to Leicester, in my personal opinion. some may disagree, saying he won the ball first and then called the man after, but it's still a dangerous challenge in my humble opinion. Half time in Serie A now, Bologna 0, AC Milan 1. The hour of the goal there, if you're just running into us. I missed me to announce that goal as Christensen clearing the ball away for West Ham, for Leicester up against West Ham's Jared Bowen. Scholes now has possession into Creswell. And Leicester too slow to react to the balls when there's not enough pace on the ball. Passes from West Ham and Leicester players could get there. They're just a bit too slow to react. And I think that's what's letting the Foxes down a little bit, as well as their own lack of ideas. And Didi wins it in the centre of the field in towards Jamie Vardy, who drops it back to Justin, who sends the football over the top looking for Decordova Reed, who can't bring it under his spell. Tadebo's there and he does well to keep the ball in play. Back to Wan-Bissaka, across to Areola, and across to Kilman. And now Creswell charges forward from the left back position with possession of the football. Here's Ward-Prowse across into the path there of Wan-Bissaka to Kilman via Tadebo. And now Creswell again. Creswell just looks up and finds Scholes. Scholes drops it back to the Hammers defender. Into Ward-Prowse and centre circle. Ward-Prowse is looking to move forward. And they're looking to try and come forward here now. Wan-Bissaka cuts in field away from Decordova Reed. Does well, does Aaron Wan-Bissaka, even though Decordova Reed is not getting him enough or an ounce of space to work in there. And that's really good defensive work from Leicester City, forcing the Hammers back, which have not done enough of in the first half. As here comes Tadebo for the Hammers again. Kilman inside the centre circle for Creswell. Now to our left hand side, and Scholes who must have cut in, but he drops it back. Alvarez to Stoichik inside the centre circle, and across to this near side of the right, and Tadebo. Down the flank it goes to Aaron Creswell. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka now too. Wan-Bissaka in towards Ward-Prowse, pulls it back to Jared Bowen, super smashing great. But all that time from Bowen. Dragged his shot just wide. Ray Potter encouraged by that bit of movement. Like it remains 1-0 to the Hammers, which was the final 5 minutes of this first half. And remains 1-0. Very good valid points from Luke Turton there. He says there's one problem for Leicester, and it's having a championship team in the Prem. Lennon Vardy swapping to Rudman way through a season instead of keeping with the bigger picture. They have a style of play, concede, play up to Vardy, concede again, it says. Maybe right with that, Luke, that the concede, play up to Vardy, concede again is their style of play. What I meant was there's no identity, there's no structure to the way Leicester play. They've got the midfielders in the side in terms of El Canu, Samare, Decordova Reed, and Didi Buenanotte. However, they're not using those kinds of players, not getting those kinds of players on the ball enough. They're just bypassing them. He's just like, one ball over top to Vardy, try and win the second balls. Oh, we can't do that. We'll just call the bus and instead, and that doesn't seem to be working for Leicester. But I'm not sure whether it's Van Nistelrooy or whether it's just the players that can't function things properly. As Christensen wins the ball back in the left back position, and now they could have a read back to Christensen, who clears downfield. Ward-Prowse wins the header for Stoichik. He drops it back for Kilman and across to Creswell. And now there's Scholes. Scholes to Ward-Prowse. Inside to Kudos, who's come central rather than down the left hand side. Here's Wan-Bissaka attacking towards the right side of the penalty area. He drops it back to the rebound via Kudos. Now Stoichik switches the play there, and Justin initially intercepts one as far as Scholes, who does well, the young Ollie Scholes there, does exceptionally well to keep all of possession for the Hammers. Brilliant play this as Creswell cuts infield and is cleared away by Ndidi now Samare. He's just coming back at the Foxes here. No real bite from the Foxes in terms of getting a foothold in this game. West Ham 1, Leicester City 0 if you're just joining us, thanks to Thomas Soucek's goal on 21 minutes. The difference is a ball in towards the penalty from the Hammers, runs through to Manson is in the goal there, as we see West Ham, who lead by a goal to nil, trying to keep possession well, with the ball in towards the penalty this time, and Kudos takes a deflection and behind for a corner to the Hammers, and will look to try and get a second goal just before half time here, with Van Nistelrooy pondering what he can say to his players at the half-time stage, try and help them get back into this game. He'll be hoping they don't concede from this set piece, because that would make his task much more harder to try and help them get back into it. Ward-Prowse will take this corner kick for the Hammers. James Ward-Prowse, arm aloft. He delivers a good ball towards the penalty area. Bowen's in there. Bowen shoots. It's in! I think he's turned into his own net. West Ham will not care. Jack Bowen celebrates. Thinks it's his goal. He thinks it's his goal. I think it's an own goal, in my opinion. Manson claims handball. He's going down as a Bowen goal at the moment. But West Ham United have a 2-goal lead against the Foxes. We could see our first involvement of VAR here. Let me have a check on this one. Bowen runs to the near post, heads down, puts for handball there, nothing given, and he's put into his own net by Justin. Oh, Samare there. Here comes off Vestergaard last and goes back into his own net. Nowhere near is that handball there, so this score will be counted. I don't know where the first handball is in there from Mads Hermansen. Is this the backside of Jared Bowen? He's claiming an handball, Mads Hermansen. And that's just not what we wanted, because his half-time team talk just got a little harder. Some of the Leicester fans leaving the stadium already, making a long trip back home from London to Leicester. Or will they just be going for an half-time drink and try and recoup like the Foxes players will be doing in a few moments' time? West Ham 2, Leicester City 0 is a scoreline if you just join us. Leicester have just got considered their second goal, with West Ham adding to their lead through bonus before half time. Here's Christensen, who may have got the last touch for that second goal. So far, has been credited with Jared Bowen as West Ham will throw in. And here is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We're just watching this again. Kudos with the cross, and this is where they won the corner. And that was an handball there by El Canoes. And then he comes up Vestergaard in there, and he couldn't do much about it, and Vestergaard there. And it's West Ham will lead by 2 goals as we enter the stoppage time in the first half, which will be a minute. And Leicester will be open. This minute goes really quick, so they can get back into the changing room and get sorted here. Leicester win a free kick though, in a promising position. They've got a chance to fetch players up in and around the penalty area, try and pull one back, making it an interesting second half. It will be James Justin and Facundo Buonanotte standing over this ball to take this free kick for Leicester City. It's run about 25 yards out, central of the penalty area. Justin standing over this, so too is Buonanotte. Which is as if they're going to strike a goal here. The whistle has been blown by the referee. James Justin steps up. This is straight into the wall, back to Justin. Now El Canoes again. He's forced backwards. And that will be the last sector of the first half, which has been a poor first half in terms of the Leicester City persuasion. West Ham 2, Leicester City 0 goals from Thomas Soucek and Giles Bowen. All the difference and the break at the end of this first half as the players make their way on the field. Soucek over the screen after poor defending, work after Creswell's ball back in from the following the corner. Kudos' initial effort was blocked. Come back out to the helped it over the helpless Mads Amanson. And then just before half time, Giles Bowen scored. He's gone down now as an investigated own goal. I can tell you, put through his own net on 43 minutes just before half time, deflecting in Giles Bowen's effort. So, at half time in your Thursday night Premier League football, I can tell you, it's West Ham United who lead. It's West Ham United 2, Leicester City 0. Join me again in time for the start of the second half as West Ham look to try and extend their lead, or can Leicester somehow stall their revival of staying in the Premier League. Join us shortly. Welcome back to the second half coverage of West Ham United versus Leicester City. Can the Foxes turn around the 2-goal deficit, or will the Hammers run away with proceedings in the second half? Yannick Vestergaard's goals before half time made it almighty task for the Foxes to get back into this game. West Ham United well in control now and deservedly lead by 2-0. But the Hammers will get us off underway in the second half, kicking the goal away to my left hand side, and we're now back underway in the start of the second half with Alphonse Areola sending the ball long downfield in towards where the bubbles are flying, as the bubbles are always played just before each half of the Hammers, especially after every goal as well here in the London Stadium. Running through the two sides, there's no changes to either side at the break. For the Hammers, it is Alphonse Areola in goal, Todibo, Kilman and Creswell at the back, Wan-Bissaka, Souček, Ward-Prowse, Alvarez and Scholes in midfield, with Bowen and Kudos in the attack. For the Foxes, it's a Manson in goal as West Ham winning a throw-in on that far side of the right. Justin, Face, Vestergaard and Christensen. And Didi and Samara in front of the back four, with Anote, El Canus and Decordova Reid behind Jamie Vardy in the attack. And West Ham have possession with Todibo midway inside his own half, and he runs towards the centre circle, drops it back there to Kilman. Now Souček gets it back from Ward-Prowse, drops it all the way back to his goalkeeper Areola, who clears it long downfield looking for the run of Souček, the goal scorer of the first Hammers goal. There is Todibo, does Todibo, who drops it all the way back there to his goalkeeper Areola, who clears it long downfield looking for the run of Bowen. Vestergaard nips in and sends it forward, and then Kilman just with the header drops it back to Areola, who balls it straight out to Creswell, and West Ham will line play to try and start an attack from the back as Todibo is on the right hand side across to Wan-Bissaka, delivers the ball forward to Bowen around the corner for Souček. Back he goes for Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka cuts in field against Christensen and makes a brilliant ball into the path of Creswell. Creswell charges forward down this near side for Scholes. Scholes looks up and takes a touch. Kudos is there. Back he goes to Scholes. Scholes cuts in field. There's Kudos again. Creswell now has possession. Alvarez back to Creswell, and West Ham just looking for a bit of room to work in. Here's Alvarez again. Now Kudos. Look, the feet from him in the first half. He's played well so far. Kudos. As Bowen now puts it on our right hand side, just near the touchline, drops it in field for Ward-Prowse, so switches the play to this left hand side, and Scholes does well. Holds up the play, drops it back to Creswell, who joins the attack. Just playing need 1-2 with Bowen there, and can't get there. Indeed, across there to intercept. Bowen and Creswell challenge him, and West Ham receive a free kick. Fallon Wilford indeed by Jared Bowen and Creswell together. A Creswell Bowen sandwich there for Wilford indeed. Another very nice that sort of sandwich, you'd have to say. Manson with the free kick across to Christensen, who drops it back to Vestergaard, and I'm surprised he didn't go along there to try and win the second balls in and around the penalty area instead of trying to play inside into trouble and try to play out from the back. Here's Vestergaard across to Christensen, who looks up and looks in field, has to go back to Vestergaard. He sends the ball forward for Vardy, gives possession away, looking to try and find Samari. Now Soychek indeed is in there, only as well as Kudos as he tried to win the ball back for Leicester. Richardson forces Kudos back to Creswell, who maintains Leicester being on the back foot. Here's Chadibo, good play from here's Soychek, who does really well to find Chadibo. And Ward-Prowse gets it to kill him in the end. Is West Ham still coming forward. Wan-Bissaka into Bowen. Edge of the penalty area, right hand side. Tried to play ball through towards the run of Soychek. Bowen's down, holding his head. And Leicester can come away with possession. And his El Canoes charging forward. Brilliant bit of play across towards this near side and poor ball in the end from Bilal El Canoes there. And that was poor in the end from Leicester City. And they're not really got involved in the run there. The pass in the end was poor from the Leicester man, as Creswell has possession now for West Ham United. Chadibo down the line for Wan-Bissaka, infield to Jared Bowen. Super smashing great finish in the first half by the deflection, where he's not really been playing like a super smashing great player this far tonight. He's always been down the other side, where Kudos has been mainly the one involved in the West Ham attacks. Manson gets it forward to El Canoes. Christensen fires it in to Vestergaard, who controls it well by the ball being lashed at him. His teammate Vardy goes down there, and Leicester win a free kick. Foul by Kilman on Vardy. And will Kilman go into the book here for that challenge? Not at this moment in time. Here's El Canoes there. Samari drops it back to Vestergaard. There's again. Rod Samari round the corner with Buonanotte, who loses out. Creswell's there. A bit of work from West Ham to keep possession. Creswell has him once more and clears it down for looking for Kudos, who can't beat it in his stride. And there was the interception from the Belgian Valdez. Remains West Ham 2, Leicester City 0 in the Premier League, as James Justin comes forward into Wilfred Ndidi, who does really well, and it goes back there into the path of Vestergaard, and of course to Christensen, and Christensen coming forward. Here's El Canoes now. Then one from El Canoes who come forward. Here's Samari. Good work from Samari to find Justin. Goes to this right hand side, and Buonanotte cuts in field, and Justin goes out to the line instead. Switch of play between them. Buonanotte has possession once more, and now back with Face again. Valverde drops it in towards Justin. Too much on there, and he puts it out for a West Ham throwing. And that's poor from the Foxes man there. You have got to say that. Creswell will take a throw in for West Ham United. You've got to say they've looked really poor, Leicester City tonight. No structure to their movement. And you've got to say, I think he plays with down tools on this season, in my personal opinion. I don't think even if you had, say, Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp in charge of Leicester, I don't even think those could get them firing at this moment in time. I think it's the players that's the problem, not the manager of the Foxes. We have to see if people agree with that. I'll be watching some of the Leicester fan channels later on YouTube tonight. As here comes James Ward-Prowse. Good movement across to Wan-Bissaka. But not happy with the challenge on him there, but the referee and West Ham can play on. Here's Bowen. Good work from Bowen for side checking now to Debo. Kilman to Debo again. Wan-Bissaka. Debo makes a forward run and gets there. Will he move from Todibo that? Who just loses out on against Christensen, but they're defending. Samara, he could have a read, loses out to Bowen. Now Stoichek, who goes down to the penalty for Alvarez. Conrad will strike. Scholes takes a shot, takes a deflection. And then they could have a read towards El Canoes, who is fouled by Scholes. Yes, says the referee. Free kick given. Leicester fans away to my right hand side, behind the goal. There's a few empty seats, like a few left earlier. There's a few fans still staying there despite twirling by 2-0. 54 minutes on the clock. A friend of mine is in that away end tonight. Brad Hicks. Big shout out to you, Brad. And your mum Jeanette. And stepdad Sean. Hopefully, despite the scoreline, you're enjoying your evening in London at the London Stadium. Here comes Vestergaard. I wonder if the Foxes can give you a goal to celebrate, Brad. Which doesn't like it so far, my friend. Here is Christensen again. Now for Val Fates, who can bring the ball forward from the centre circle and spread it to their left hand side. And here comes El Canoes. He delivers a ball towards a penalty. He had too much on that. Cross into the box from El Canoes there. And he had too much on that in the end. And Ayew amongst those warming up on the down on the touchline here. From what I can see from our vantage point. Some of the others have gone back to sit down now. Remainder of the bench is Solak, Akolai, Winks, Mavadide, Ayew, Daka, Skip, and Thomas for Leicester. As the West Ham trying to come forward again and cut out, whereby Vestergaard to score of the own goal to put West Ham 2-0 in front after the earlier strike from Thomas Stoichek. You're showing it's 2-0 to the Hammers, and it's now a brilliant bit of play. Wan-Bissaka trying to get around there. He's just put behind, is it? To a corner. No goal kick has been given. Remember of the West Ham bench for you. I'm just seeing this moment again. He's just offside there, Wan-Bissaka, and the correct call from the lineman over there. West Ham subs: Fabianski, Soler, Mavropanos, Romero, Ings, Rodriguez, Emerson, Ferguson, and Irvine. As West Ham come forward again with possession, as Leicester give the ball away cheaply. Scholes has possession. Now Creswell, good movement this from the Hammers to make sure they can keep possession. Move Leicester around, create the gaps. As Todibo finds Wan-Bissaka, who was just flagged offside a couple of minutes ago. Here is Stoichek. Drops it back into the path there of Kilman and now Creswell. Down the line is Scholes again. Creswell once more. He gets the ball forward and with a bit of work here. And here's Buonanotte charging forward for Leicester. Creswell nips in to get the ball back. Scholes helps him out. Kudos there too. Creswell. To the path of Kilman. Stoichek. Todibo. Good bit of movement this from West Ham United. Todibo again into Max Kilman. And this is good play this from West Ham United. Ward-Prowse loses out as Leicester with Christensen getting the ball back. They could overread, finds out Knus, now it's Knus again. Justin to Buonanotte. Vestergaard out wide to the left hand side, and Christensen delivers the ball into his penalty, begs for Vardy. Good control by Jamie Vardy, keeps the move alive. They could overread as possession, but they could overread with the cross in. Takes a deflection behind for a corner, and that's better from Leicester. And the fans getting behind their team. Sees a bit better movement from their players there. And what is needed for them to get back into this game this evening. And you've got to say, if we can get a goal now, Leicester, then it really, really will be game on in the end. Corner kick taken short of Buonanotte, and a crossing towards the penalty, headed away by Tadibo towards Kudos. Buonanotte was taken by El Knus at corner kick, and it was poor, but Christensen and Buonanotte nips in, and Buonanotte is fouled by Mohamed Kudos, and that could potentially be the first yellow card of the game, but the referee says no, as Leicester about to go to their bench. Winks and Mavididi are about to enter the fray for the Foxes. We just see who comes off here. I imagine one of the wingers will come off for Stefan Mavididi. I would imagine probably either Samaria or Ndidi for Winks as well. El Knus with the free kick in towards the penalty. Ndidi with the header, and it goes wide in the end. Well wide in the end. Nearly goes out towards the corner flag. And we can tell you that it's going to be number 14, Bobby De Cordova-Reid, replaced by Stefan Mavididi in the first of the double change. And also it's going to be Boubacar Samare off. Will be replaced by Harry Winks as well for Leicester City. So confirmation then. De Cordova-Reid and Samare are off. Winks and Mavididi are on. So double change there from Ruud van Nistelrooy to try and help Leicester get back into this game. West Ham 2, Leicester City 0. Let's see if we've had any other goals in the League 2 game this evening. None as yet. Still 1-0 to Carlisle there against Barrow if you're just joining us. And Leicester with Mavididi on possession of the box. Shot his block, comes back towards Mavididi. El Knus is there. Like he hits Mavididi's hand after the shot come back to him. Christensen has possession. Mavididi drops it back here to Winks, who's want to show up with coming in front of the back for an elbow, be more offensive solidarity in there. El Knus is fouled by Wan-Bissaka, really no. Mavididi goes in onto Debo and wins the ball. And then Vardy nips in to try and win it. Christensen tries to win it. And it comes off to Debo in the end now for a throw-in, which Leicester will look to take quickly if they can get players in position. Here's El Knus, drops it back to Vestergaard, and now Winks, who can turn on possession and halfway. Goes into the centre circle, midway inside the West Ham half, back to halfway line, and then Ndidi. Ndidi turns away, finds face again, and Alvarez robs it into the path of Mads and Manson, and now it's into the path there of Victor Christensen, and Mavididi loses out and is now Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and can control the play really, really well here, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and he's going from a tight spot. Is Alvarez charging forward. It's an Alvarez coming forward towards Kudos, with interception from Fates, and Leicester can try and come away with possession through Harry Winks, who does really, really well. Harry Winks turns away from Edson Alvarez, finds Mavididi for Christensen. Christensen across to Manson. What can he do with possession here, the Leicester City goalkeeper? He can find Vestergaard, who finds El Knus, and Winks finds Vardy. El Knus takes over. and gets the ball forward towards Brennan. Not it too much on that though, and he was through into the path of Alphonse Areola in the West Ham goal, and can get West Ham on the charge through Creswell again here now. West Ham 2, Leicester City 0 is the scoreline if you're just tuning into us tonight. Here on the commentary, 63 minutes on the clock. First half goals from Jared Bowen and an goal from Yannick Vestergaard. The difference there. In the FA Youth Cup, which is the under-18s between West Brom and Man City have dumped out West Brom by 6-0 in the FA Youth Cup match taking place this evening. I can tell you, in League 2 it's still Barrow 0, Carlisle United 1, and in Serie A, Bologna have equalised against AC Milan. Is 1-1 there now. As West Ham pull the ball in towards Kudos. Can't get there. Makes for Scholes on the back post. He does well up against James Justin. Finds Creswell in the penalty area. His bowling is just headed away by Christensen into the path of Steffi Mavididi. Mavididi just clears the ball downfield and headed out of play by Tadibo. That good bit of play there. And West Ham are going to make it a triple substitution. We've got Soler, Mavropanos and Emerson on. Mavropanos. And I'm just trying to work out who's coming off here for West Ham. I think that's Edson Alvarez making way for Carlos Soler. Another Scholes coming off as well, I think so. He's putting a decent shift today, Ollie Scholes. Making his way off the field as well. Probably for Emerson. It is Emerson on there. Carlos Soler. Carlos Soler's come on for Edson Alvarez. Tadibo off and Scholes off as well for Mavropanos and Emerson. So that's Tadibo, Alvarez and Scholes off. Soler, Mavropanos and Emerson on in their places. The 3 substitutions for West Ham United. And that's all taking place on the 65th minute of the game. West Ham 2, Leicester City 0 is the scoreline at the London Stadium in the Premier League on this Thursday night football action. I can tell you that it's still Bologna 1, AC Milan 1 in the back of the way. And that here, Bologna equalised right at the start of the second half with Castro on 48 minutes. 1-1 there against AC Milan in the Italian Serie A this evening. Here's Creswell for West Ham United in our match into Emerson now is on a left wing back for the tired, I would say, Scholes. Vardy drops it to when he's not here. Now it's Justin towards Mavididi at the back post. He can't get there. Kilman and Mavropanos getting each other's way. Shot comes out from El Canus. He's blocked. Behind for a corner kick to Leicester City. And Leicester will now try and get a goal back there. Brilliant work from Buonanotte to Olaf Creswell. He came out of the way. And then he comes out to El Canus after another from Sojcek. There was Sojcek blocked him behind for the corner. And El Canus will take this corner kick then. El Canus in towards the penalty. Vestergaard's there. Can he score this that end of this in the second half? He can't. But he scored in that end in the first half. And it was an own goal. He had an header from this corner kick. He was saved by his opposite number 23, Alphonse Areola, in the West Ham United goal there. But a chance there for Leicester City. Not really said that much this evening or at all this evening. I wonder if I can change things now. So here's Creswell for Emerson. Back he goes to Kilman. Across now to Alphonse Areola, who almost knocks it back into his own net there. It would have been a very good way from the goalkeeper. West Ham 2, Leicester City 0 if you're joining us tonight. 67 minutes gone in the Premier League. Here's Creswell, back he goes to his own penalty area for Kilman across the right hand side, and Mavropanos further wide right there, and that's Sojcek. Wan-Bissaka's there, back into Mavropanos and he's lost out to Mavididi, wins them all after Leicester. Here's Harry Winks. So indeed, back to Winks again. Winks once more from this time from Face. Now Face wanted the ball, but Winks says, I'll turn away and get the ball moving. Indeed, he drops tower to Buonanotte. Buonanotte, he's got Justin on the overlap and finds him. Justin cuts in field, pulls the ball back for Winks. And across there to Christensen. West Ham 2, Leicester 0 is the scoreline in the Premier League tonight. Mavididi looking one way and another, delivers a decent ball. It was indeed headed away at the back post by Emerson. Comes out to Justin. Justin's shot is blocked by Creswell and he's out for a throw in. And that's good play there. So they're back in, they're helping out. And Leicester having much more chances now since the substitutions have been made. And Leicester just holding out. West Ham are just holding out at the moment, should I say. Leicester just can't find that breakthrough. They're knocking on the door, but the door will not budge open for the Fortress. Can they finally find something to celebrate, for their fans to celebrate tonight? Christensen drops it back to Vestergaard. Vestergaard will look up and find James Justin on the right hand side. He goes in from the touchline. He's not near the touchline, and he goes in field for Harry Winks again. Winks trying to find Justin with that return pass, and Kudos turns away from him, and then Justin nips in and gets the ball back, and Justin's got the ball again. There's a 1-2 with Buonanotte in again. Buonanotte now takes over. Out to El Knus. Bilal El Knus charges forward down this left hand side. Holds up the play, plays it off with Soler for a throw in to Leicester, which will be taken by James Justin. Justin wants movement in around the penalty area. He has a shape of Ndidi back to Justin and delivers a cross in. Mavididi around the back. Already trying to get an end of the ball in as Wambaseka can't clear it initially. As Mavropanos nips in, Christensen nips in ahead of him and just the throw. And Christensen goes down. But I think the free kick has been given. Mavropanos is asking, how is this a free kick? And I can tell you, Victor, I can tell you, Kostas Mavropanos, you just let him ball it already gone and he just went into him and had no intention of playing the ball. Christensen remains down there on the floor. And reminder that we've got FA Cup coverage coming up this weekend on the channel. Friday evening, so tomorrow we'll have Aston Villa against Cardiff with JB John Stuttard. Then on Sunday, Newcastle United against Brighton, and we'll also have Man United against Fulham as well. Leicester with a free kick here. Can the Foxes find a way through past this Leicester defence? El Knus was this score free kick all the way in. Leicester will be left red faced there as no one challenged it. No one even went to try and keep the ball in play. They felt it would go all the way through and out for a flying, but Emerson did lay it up and he managed to keep the ball in play and keep West Ham with possession inside their own half, near their own penalty area. Creswell's there, drops it back, and Creswell just knocking the ball around. He clears it downfield. Kudos is trying to get there. He's headed away again. Justin is there. Indeed, he's there too. And he turns away from going well. And indeed, he finds El Knus. Drops it into the centre circle. And Harry Winks to charge forward towards the left hand side. Helps it out wide to Christensen. Down the line on that left to Stepi Mavididi. Mavididi coming forward towards the edge of the penalty on the left hand side. This crossing is too deep. Then Didi comes for a shot. And he gets it all wrongly on the volley. And finds it high wide. And also answer when if you look away to my left, he's still going across there. Mohamed Kudus is the one who's coming off here for West Ham United. And he's going to be replaced by number 34, Evan Ferguson. Now I can tell you, in the Italian Serie A, Bologna have turned it around. Bologna 2, AC Milan 1, and Doi on 82 minutes has turned the game around against AC Milan in the Italian Serie A. And the Goal kick for West Ham. Right footed down this left hand channel. Was picked up here by James Justin, boosted back down the channel. We ran us out for Leicester. It comes off Jamie Vardy Larson out of play for a throw in to West Ham United, which will be taken by Creswell. Launches it downfield towards Emerson. Justin is there, Buonanotte is there too. Back to Creswell, and Buonanotte blocks off Creswell's ball forward. Buonanotte just getting the ball for Creswell to take the throw in. Creswell just wipes the ball on his shirt. Unleashing a long throw down the line towards Emerson was over his head, and West Ham were on the back foot. His grenade of Kilmany, and Volley goes down. No foul given, and Volley's still down. I think he's getting back up to his feet now after our right hand side. He is now back up, Jamie Vardy. Justin puts the ball out of play for a throw in to West Ham United. Oh, Vardy now there, I can see back on his feet. And if you're watching along, you can see he's now back on his feet. West Ham 2, Leicester City 0. He's out of play for a throw in to West Ham again. After Leicester just intercepted that with Ndidi and put it back out of play. FA Cup action tomorrow night here on the channel with JB John Stuttard bringing you the FA Cup clash between Aston Villa and Cardiff City at Villa Park. Will Emi Martinez be involved for the Villains after he went off against Crystal Palace in midweek due to injury? Just make sure you tune in to find out that bit of information and who else plays for Aston Villa in the FA Cup this weekend, and whether Cardiff City can cause a shock at Villa Park. Here is Emerson. The ball back into Creswell. And now back it goes from Creswell to Kilman, and now it's Mavropanos to Kilman again. Soler comes for it short this time as Creswell have pushed forward. But Leicester have won the ball back, but they've given the ball away very, very cheaply. They win it back cheaply, and they give it away cheaply, and they've almost won it back again. But Bowen there brilliantly to get the ball back. Just well there, just Jared Bowen. Ward-Prowse down the line. He goes for Wan-Bissaka. We'll play this from Wan-Bissaka, and they're just keeping the ball well. Mavropanos does in the lane. This is good movement. Creswell into the path of Emerson. Creswell again. He looks to keep hold of possession. I can tell you it's still 1-0 to Carlisle away to Barrow in League 2. 6 minutes gone there in the League 2 clash. As Wan-Bissaka charges well down the right in towards Evan Ferguson. Cleared away his cross there in Leicester. Well, win a free kick back there. Foul on Victor Christensen by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And see there Graham Potter and Bruno Salter, the assistant, just watching on together, trying to plot out what they can do next. And that's cleared away there by James Justin, but he's giving the ball back to West Ham United as Creswell finds Soler. And now it's Ward-Prowse crossed into the centre circle for Mavropanos, who can come forward. On my right hand side is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Infield to Thomas Soychek, but we'll be able to play this from the Hammers. Back to Mavropanos again. Soychek once more, back inside his own half, and in the centre circle for Kilman. Just toward Prowse and favourite blocks. His own half, Mavropanos switches the play from right to left. With James Justin's there to knock it back past Hermanson, and Leicester have the ball through Harry Winks, finds Alan Face. Back to Winks again, and can turn on possession inside his own penalty area. What can he do now with the ball as we see West Ham moving forward? And a lot of the fans who I've watched or listened to in midweek from YouTube are wanting John Rudkin the CEO to leave the club. I think some of the blame should be on Ruben van Nistelrooy, but a lot of the blame goes on the board of directors. As this corner comes into a penalty area and ended back by Emerson Cross, so let's say rather than corner. Cross came in through Stefan Mavididi there, and comfortable in the end for West Ham to deal with. Very shortly, I'll be able to think of my player of the match tonight. It'll be interesting to see whether West Ham United can make sure of the points, because 2-goal leads and near the leads. Some may say it's a comfortable lead, but with Leicester not really laying a glove on them, which I can understand, but we've got to say Leicester have really been lacklustre tonight. West Ham could have easily have had a few more goals with their performance tonight, in my personal opinion. Christensen finds Mavididi as Leicester come forward down their left hand side of the field. Ndidi gets in his way, so let's go back to Winks. Good ball from Winks to Christensen. El Canusal there on the left hand side. Puts it back to Mavididi, who finds Christensen again. His low cross in, he's cleared away, and Giles Brown can charge away for West Ham United. Stoichuk is charging with him. Evan Ferguson too. And it's now Evan Ferguson tries to seal it for West Ham. His shot is blocked, and that can be cleared away. In the end, West Ham have got the ball back. Ferguson again. Ward-Prowse, good play this from West Ham United. Stoichuk drops it back to Mavropanos. Now Kilman. And now Creswell. Emerson once more. Back to Creswell again. Good work this. Drops it back to Kilman, and it's all the way back to Mavropanos, and now back to Alphonse Areola. Being closed down by Vardy. And Crusoe's calling down Mavropanos, who plays it long downfield. Bowen chasing after it, and Leicester just go back to their goalkeeper Manson via Vestergaard, who has a nice found indeed in. Leicester can come forward. Christensen. Richard Christensen is charging forward. Wilfred Ndidi again. El Canus. He's been one of probably, I would say, the brightest sparks in the Leicester shirt tonight, El Canus. No one else has really stood out for Leicester. There's been quite a few for West Ham. Stoichuk being one of them. Bowen as well. Kudos too. Here is Face, whose shot is blocked. Here is Justin. And now Vestergaard for Christensen on the left hand side. Down the line it goes into the path of Mavididi. Stefan Mavididi takes on his man. Gets across into a penalty. Indeed, he heads it away from goal rather than towards goal. So he helped out with West Ham's defensivity there, and the defensive work there. He did a lot more easier for them. And West Ham will try and come forward again and try and get a second clean sheet again here, as West Ham United 2-0 up and are playing some really good football tonight. Leicester back into it a little bit, but they've withstood their pressure and held their own of West Ham in the second half. They've not really been troubled much. Here's Victor Christensen coming forward for Leicester City towards the penalty. Victor Christensen's shot is over the top from a tight angle. He ran into the penalty on the left hand side and got down the left hand channel, cut in really well. He got down then. Just seen Evan Ferguson's chance a few minutes ago. Brilliant one from Bowen. He beats in Evan Ferguson. He just takes it extra too long there, which allowed the Leicester man to get back. And then Vestergaard to put a block on it. Fantastic work from Yanni Vestergaard to get back. But Evan Ferguson really should have been that a lot earlier, to cause a lot more problems than what he did. Alphonse Areola with a goal kick then for West Ham United. Right footed downfield, looking towards the heads in the middle of the park. Leicester have won that header. He's come back to West Ham United in Ariolo Clizzy, long downfield again. This is it away this time. Leicester hanging on in there, 2-0 down, and the thought that the way Ipswich played yesterday against Manchester United, narrowly losing 3-2 in their game at Old Trafford yesterday to the 10 men of Manchester United. Gogo definitely red card for him yesterday. The potential leg breaker on the Amari Hutchinson, the Chelsea Loniers. Stoichek is down. Challenged by Face, and we'll try to help him back up. We will let him there. I can tell you it's finished Bologna 2, AC Milan 1 in the Italian Serie A. I can tell you it's Barrow 0, Carlisle 1 still. Youngsters gone on 19 minutes of difference. You're just still tuned in and want to know if that any changes there. And Wan-Bissaka can come forward with possession. We'll play from Wan-Bissaka. And he gives the ball away. And Leicester will try and come away with the Winks picked up possession. And here's Mavididi. Does well to find Face. Now Face can come forward towards the halfway line, midway inside the Leicester half. Into Harry Winks inside the centre circle, coming towards halfway. So over the halfway line now, and fans putting a notch on this right hand side. The notch is cutting field and found Winks again and back into Vestergaard inside his own half and halfway. It's back from Christensen to Vestergaard. And he finds Ndidi. Ndidi for Winks, good ball eventually. Like he was away with ball, and now this time he's away with ball. He's giving it to Jared Bowen, and Bowen nips back in as Vestergaard won it initially to try and help Ndidi out there, and Bowen is fouled by Buonanotte. Free kick to West Ham United, and very shortly we'll be announcing the player of the match here. Just send my player of the match over to my producer this evening, which as after this attack from Leicester's is Stefan Mavididi towards the penalty area. Can't be Calvani. Leicester just can't to stick up front there. It remains 1-0 to it remains 2-0 to West Ham, should I say, as Leicester are about to make some changes. And he's passing Dapper. Luke Thomas coming off his number 23, which is Yanni Vestergaard, and number 16, Victor Christensen are coming off. Patson Daka and Luke Thomas comes on. So 2 defenders off, a forward and a defender on. So Leicester may be trying to go for it here. A little too late though, I may add. West Ham 2, Leicester 0, and very shortly we'll be announcing your player of the match tonight, and it's been quite a tough one to choose in terms of who's going to get the player of the match. But West Ham have been a dominant force tonight. Leicester charging forward there with Luke Thomas, fresh legs from him, he's just come onto the field. Here's Winks, back to Thomas again. Now Face once more. Now Face looks forward for Wilfred Ndidi. We've got Andy Irving about to come on in a moment for West Ham United. Soler and Creswell just tidies up at the back and sends it long down through for Face to win, and Leicester will try and on the front foot. Now here's Justin on halfway. Down this right hand side it goes to Buonanotte. Back it goes from him, and there is now Canus for Justin, and now Face for Thomas. Down the line for Mavididi. Thomas again. But down the line this time for Dak, who's come short. Leicester have gone for a 4-4-2 now with Vardy and Dak up front. With Emerson and West Ham were charging over the halfway line. Here's Evan Ferguson. He goes down. No free kick given Ndidi for Buonanotte. Facundo Buonanotte gets the ball through. Here's El Khanous. El Khanous sees Wesley Dak with his arm up, wanting the ball on the far side. Breaks for Ndidi on this near side. Back to El Khanous. Back to Wilfred Ndidi again. He delivers across in towards the penalty area. Wan-Bissaka just helps it away. On this far as Thomas. Thomas delivers the ball back in towards Vardy on the back post. Emerson heads it up into the air. He's still inside the penalty area, bouncing around. Emerson goes down and knocks it behind. And the referee is given here a free kick for a foul by Jamie Vardy, pushed over. Emerson in the back there, Jamie Vardy. And I'm surprised he did that in number 39 here. Andy Irvine's coming on for the opening goal scorer of the game. Thomas Souček will put West behind. And then a Vestergaard own goal made it 2-0. And very shortly we'll announce our player of the match this evening. It's the final 30 seconds of normal time. And I can tell you that it's West Ham 2, Leicester City 0 in the Premier League. For just joining us tonight, thank you very much. Missed a good game, which has been a good game to bring you tonight and a really good watch. And Leicester City win a free kick, and we're going to give you the player of the match shortly. I can tell you we'll be going to a West Ham man tonight. We'll see, just wait to see how many minutes of stoppage time there has been given. We've got 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this part and this match, which I'm surprised about with the amount of substitutions we've had. Should be more than 3 minutes. I said that we can't get any of that, and he fouls Mavropanos. There's a free kick. Confirmation that Souček went off for Irvine a few moments ago. After this free kick for West Ham, will give you the player of the match, which has been chosen by myself tonight. And I've had another choice to pick a player of the match. And I can tell you it's West Ham 2, Leicester City 0. So there helps it down the corner. Wan-Bissaka is balling off and faces behind for a corner. And I can tell you that our player of the match tonight will go to West Ham United's number 20, super smashing great, Jared Bowen. Brilliant performance from Bowen tonight. Would have had a goal. He would have had a goal if he had not come off of Yanni Vestergaard. He's played well tonight. Was involved in the build-up for the first goal. His overall performance tonight has been brilliant. He's caused a lot of problems this Leicester defence. Corner kick then for West Ham. Where's well to take? Arm aloft. Goes in towards the penalty. Remember, penalty's there. He heads it over. And he's gone behind here for a goal kick to Leicester City. Come off Mavropanos last. And Leicester City have a minute left to try and get a consolation goal in, which I can't see happening. West Ham 2, Leicester City 0. Justin. Infield to Faze once more. And now there's a cross there for Thomas. Thomas coming forward towards halfway. Does well here, Thomas. Back he goes to Valface once more. Back he goes for Thomas. Down the line he goes well. Patson Daka turns it round the corner for Mavididi. And back into Daka. Will he move for Patson Daka? He's low ball in. Cleared away by Kilman. Only as far as Thomas. Thomas can't get there and it's out of play for a throw in here to West Ham United. And they're just going to probably move down the final 20 seconds of this game and seal home a 2-goal victory. If you take stoppage time between Barrow and Carlisle, it's 1-0 to Carlisle. 7 minutes of stoppage time in that match, and we've played over 90 seconds of it. Here's Bowen though in our match for West Ham United. West Ham charging forward. He goes out of play. It will be a throw-in, but they won't have time to take that free kick as the full-time whistle has gone. First half goals in this game from Thomas Souček and an own goal from Yannick Vestergaard seal the victory for West Ham United. It was a poor, abject display, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it, from Leicester City tonight. They've just been poor tonight, and not just tonight, they've been poor all season, Leicester, and that's why, in my personal opinion, that Leicester City will be going straight back down to the Championship. Souček and Vestergaard will put it through his own net, the different makers. Next games coming up for both of these sides, we'll see West Ham take on Newcastle on the 10th of March. Well, Leicester play the day before, Sunday the 9th of March at 2 o'clock. They're away to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. But in tonight's Premier League encounter, West Ham United have come away from the game at the London Stadium with 2 points tonight and really do deserve to be the winners in the end. West Ham United comfortable performance in the end and really do deserve all 3 points. Leicester fans there clapping off the team, showing probably some shouting at them as well to show some fight, passion, guile and desire, which only in my opinion Winks, El Canous, Buonanotte really did tonight. Rest of them, hang your head in shame. Leicester City down. Looks like they're going to be down. Not down yet, but looks like they will be, and all but down right now. Same with Southampton at the bottom of the table. West Ham with that victory have moved further clear of the drop zone. 10 points above Wolves, who sit in 17th. Level on points with Manchester United and Tottenham now. 3 behind Crystal Palace. 5 behind Brighton. And just 10 points behind 7th place Bournemouth and 8th place Brighton. West Ham sitting 15th. Leicester remain in 19th with a score at full time, which we'll leave you at. It's West Ham 2, Leicester 0. And in League 2, Barrow 0, Carlisle 1. 3 left to play in that one. Find out that result where you get your scores from. But for myself, Russ Finnan, and the rest of the team here, we leave you with the score and the result that Thomas Souček and a Yannick Vestergaard own goal sealed the victory for West Ham in the first half as they've been struggling Leicester City by 2 goals to 0. Leicester City this time next season, I'd imagine, will be playing in the Championship. For the team here, it's goodbye for now. See you tomorrow for some FA Cup action.